Hey guys, welcome to the channel Rayan or Rechina. We are back with Mumbai Indians review. It's been very good. It's very good having Mukesh over here, a huge Mumbai fan. Hi Mukesh, I hope you are doing good.
Hi, Vallabh. Thank you for having me here. And on behalf of Mumbai Indians, it's a great feeling to share this platform with you. So let's get started. Let's have some fun.
Yep. Let's start with the previous season. You didn't qualify for playoffs. Before 19 and 20, you were the champions. So how are you expecting 2020 will turn out? Because it was a two season, because we had one season in India and one in UAE. And uh, how were your feelings like Mumbai not qualifying after a long time, after being champions back to back?
Definitely, it was a kind of disappointing to finish outside. Like we couldn't qualify even for playoffs. So it was kind of disappointing from a MI Pelton fan perspective. But there were things that didn't go well for us, like middle order didn't fare. Hardik Pandya was injured. He couldn't ball throughout the season. Even Krunal's form was not that great. So in bowling department also, Bolt didn't come through that well. So we had our reasons. So although we didn't start well, as well as in the middle phase also we didn't perform that well. But in the end we picked up, but somehow we fell short on net run rate. So that was little bit disappointing. And being defending champions, it was more disheartening to not qualify even for playoffs.
Right. So last season, Nishan Kishan was also not that good on the form. So after
Correct.
being a very good appreciation player, man, 2020 has been rock solid. 2021, I think you had the say high hopes on Ishan Kishan. Like this guy will once again prove us with his records, and he'll continue playing as he did. But he didn't. So you were disappointed.
Yeah, Isan Kisan was a little bit disappointed, but I'll say that it was our collective failure. I'll not point a particular finger on a particular player, and that too of Isan's caliber. So it was kind of collective failure, I'll say. We didn't perform well in multiple departments, and because of that, we couldn't qualify.
Right. So if I want to ask something about Surya Kumar Yadav, so what will be your answer?
He's a fantastic player. I think Mumbai did very well to get him on board. And since he has joined MI, he has performed like a true champion. He has gone into play for India, and that's something even if you like, if you are representing MI, you always aspire to play for India. And based on his performance in MI, also domestic circuit as well, but that is IPL is like kind of a big platform. So based on those platforms, he went on to play for India, and that is something very big. Both Ishan Kisan and Surya Kumar Yadav. So as we say, sky is the limit, but here sky is not the limit. So he's a fantastic player, and it's really good to have him back with him.
Right. So you have some quality players in your squad. Bumrah, Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain Rohit Sharma, who has been fantastic with his captaincy, and his caliber is not matched in IPL. So how do you think this season will turn out? Because let's talk about the retentions before. So 2021 was a disappointment. Let's keep it backward, and let's move on. So how happy were you with the retentions?
Pretty much happy because we knew that we had two clear retentions, like Rohit Sharma was going to be there and Jasprit Bumrah was going to be there. Another name that that is something like kind of pillar for Mumbai Indians, that is Kyron Pollard. So it was kind of obvious that Pollard is also going to be there. There were some doubts, but I was like very hopeful that Mumbai Indians will retain Pollard, and they did that. Another spot we had Surya Kumar Yadav, we had Isan Kisan, and we had someone like Hardik Pandya. And if Hardik would have been bowling in last season and he didn't have fitness issues, probably we would have been gone with Hardik Pandya. But since he was not bowling and he was only batting, like he was getting utilized only as a batter. So it was very difficult to retain him. So that's why this toss up, there was a toss up between Ishan Kishan and then Surya Kumar Yadav. Probably Mumbai went ahead with Surya Kumar Yadav, and they thought, okay, we'll get back Ishan in the auction. And that is what they did. It was pretty retentions. I didn't have any regrets like this player is not there or that player is there. So I was pretty much happy with the retentions.
Okay, okay. I think there was some network issue with you, but it's fine now. Okay. So coming to Ishan Kishan, the biggest buy of the auction, 2022. So do you think it's quietly overpriced for getting him back, or do you think it's deserved?
Yeah, I'll definitely say a little bit overpriced, but uh, like when it comes to Mumbai Indians, they do not care about money. We all know that. And if you know the if you have watched the auction, the paddle never went down for Isan Kishan. It was like everyone was kind of trying to get him like okay, I want him, but Mumbai Indians was like we are not letting him go. So little bit overpriced, but worth it. Mumbai Indians did good to get him back.
Okay. So how happy were you with Junior AB, David Bryles, and how happy with you with Tilak Verma? Because these two are looking to start for Mumbai Indians more often than not.
So every time Mumbai goes into auction, they do their homework. Their scouting is one of the best scouting team in the IPL. So it was kind of expected to that they will get some players from domestic and under 19. And coming to Devil Bravis, it was like it was very good to have him. Like since we did not have that firepower in the middle order, and we if Devil Bravis was like coming off with a very good under 19 World Cup, so it's really good to have him back. But like we say, he is like baby AB, but that's too much of expectations, and I'll say that that is a very big compliment for him, but I'll let him settle in his own shoes. Instead of saying baby AB, I'll let him settle in his own shoes and make a name for himself. Coming to Tilak Verma, it was a like it was something that I had not expected. Like I was expecting that Tilak Verma will be sold, but I was expecting that he'll go to something like Sunrisers Hyderabad, his home franchise.
Correct.
So, but Mumbai Indians probably they had seen something in him, and a scouting team would have found something very special about him. And looking at his numbers also, it probably it will be a very good signing for Mumbai Indians. He bats in top order, so he can bat somewhere around 3 or 4, and if required, he can also give us couple of overs. So that is another advantage. So hopefully, and whenever Mumbai Indians sign someone young player, they turned out to be kind of a gold.
How Mumbai converts every unknown player to the best they should be.
Yeah, so coming back to Tilak Verma, he's kind of a great signing for us. Uh, it was like a little bit unexpected for me that Mumbai Indians signed him, but I think the scouting team have done their job very well to scout him, and they would have seen something really good in him, and probably like other players like Jasprit Bumrah or Hardik Pandya, Tilak Verma is also going to be make a name for himself. And it will be a great learning experience for him as well, because Mumbai Indians is having one of the best support staff in their ranks, and youngest for any youngster, it is kind of a great it is kind of a great thing to have play with someone like Kyron Pollard, someone like Rohit Sharma. So it will be a great learning for Tilak Verma, and I hope he will also deliver for Mumbai Indians and give us whatever we need.
Got it, got it. I mean, Mumbai has caliber, like converting somebody who the world doesn't know to making him the best and talk about him. So, do you think
Definitely.
the batting has covered in the auction? Like, do you think the batting department, the bowling department, the depth, the backups, do you think everything is covered in the auction? And one more thing, like, did you expect the auction will turn out this way, or did you expect better, or are you more than satisfied?
So, considering since Archer is not playing this season, we lack little bit of depth in our bowling. Uh, Probably we needed someone else instead of uh, in place of someone like Basil Thampi, because he is not coming back with a great season. Like he hasn't done that well in domestics as well, and in last few IPL season as well. So in place of someone like Basil Thampi, but I hope Mumbai Indians is going to utilize him very well. And even though he is there, it's not like he is someone who cannot perform. So it will be. I won't say that it's a perfect auction in bowling department. We could have done better, but whatever we have, that is also very good. We have someone like Jadev Nadgad, who is going to be very crucial in later phase of the tournament. Like when pitches will become a little bit slower, he is going to be very crucial for Mumbai Indians. So I think with Jadev Nadgad, that is a good signing for us. And Archer, like Mumbai Indians, again the paddle never went down for Archer. So whenever Mumbai Indians build their squad, right, they will kind of build for like 4 or 5 years. Like
Correct.
in last mega auction, also they picked players for a long term perspective, and that delivered. Like we won the championship twice. So this time also Mumbai Indians have kind of planned for future. Like if you see our younger players as well, they have signed some like half of the squad is very young, and we also have experience as well. So I'll say it was not a perfect auction, but it was still a very good auction for Mumbai Indians.
Got it. Got it. So, do you think the spin department is fine this season?
Yeah, that is another thing we can talk about. So it's been like, if you see the history of Mumbai Indians, they have always been like signing someone very who is very kind of new.
About Mayank Markande, like how Mumbai converted him into one of the best.
Yeah, so like in terms of spin department, right? We never have any big name like apart from Harbhajan Singh and someone like like two players, right? We don't have in spin bowling department. So this time also we have someone like Mayank Markande, who was there with Mumbai Indians previously. We traded him to Rajasthan, but now again he is coming back to Mumbai Indians, and I'm very hopeful that he will perform very well again. That time he was pretty much new and kind of unknown to IPL teams, but this time he will be little bit new, a little bit known to everyone. But still, I'm very hopeful that he will perform very well. And also we have someone like Murugan Ashwin, who is having kind of experience, good experience for at least for IPL and his home team. So he is also not someone very new to T20I or sorry T20 or Indian circuit. So I am very hopeful that with Murugan Ashwin and Mayank Markande also we are going to do well.
Got it. Got it. So the spin department is covered. So how do you feel the batting department? So do you feel you are the perfect backups if somebody goes out at a crucial time, or the current playing 11, the first players who are there in the team are pretty good?
So in batting, if you see, we have retained our kind of core. All the core batters from the previous seasons are there. Like our top order is very much solid with Rohit, Isan Kishan, and Surya Kumar. It is kind of probably the best top order in the IPL that we have. So top order is kind of sorted, but middle order is little bit inexperienced, I will say, in the absence of someone like Hardik Pandya and Krunal Pandya. They were kind of backbone of the middle order. So middle order is little bit kind of inexperienced, but I'm very hopeful that someone like Team David and Tilak Burma, they are going to step up, and they will make sure that we do not miss someone like Hardik Pandya. So batting wise, we are kind of good. Coming to backups, uh, we did not have that much great bench strength. Probably because of like two new teams coming in. Coming to bench strength, like we do not have that strong bench strength that we used to have. Like if you see the previous season, we always used to have someone like who can always replace someone in main squad, someone like Anukul Roy, someone like Jayant Yadav, who were always like ready to be who were ready to replace any player in the team. We also had someone like Chris Lynn, who used to replace Quinton de Kock. But this time we do not have that much bench strength, but we still have enough backup, is what I believe. We have someone like uh, Anmol Preet Singh, who used to open, like who has opened for Mumbai Indians previously, though he has opened only in one match, but he can open. He can also play in the middle order if required. So that is one very good signing that we had done. We used to have someone like Aditya Tare for wicket backup as a backup wicket keeper, but this time somehow Mumbai Indians didn't go for him, and they have signed a new young player, Aryan Joel. So I hope whenever he will get chances, he will like he will come up and he will do the performance whatever team wants. He will do that. We also have some new youngsters like Ramandeep Singh, and we have someone like Budhi. So we have like we do not have that much great bench strength, and probably that is because two new teams have come in. So like players are a little bit scattered across the teams. So that is still I feel still we have good bench strength. We have someone like Deval Brevis as well, who can come in and use his long handle. So I feel we are covered in that department. But coming to bowling, we may lack little bit there because we are already one player short in form of Jofra Archer. So there I feel we if someone like Bumrah gets injured, uh, we are going to be in deep trouble. So there I feel like we have some concerns, but still I hope we'll manage Bumrah very well, and he will play throughout this season.
Right, right. So, how big do you think Pandya brothers will be missing? Because they have been very good together for the last few seasons. Now they are not in the team setup. So, how do you think you will miss them?
Yeah, it is like to fill their shoes, right? It is going to be very difficult. Both Pandya brothers, Hardik and Krunal, like last 4 5 seasons, they have been like kind of pillars for Mumbai Indians. Krunal Pandya, Hardik Pandya, and Kieran Pollard. They used to be like a formidable middle. They used to form a formidable middle order, but now two of them are gone. So I hope someone like we have drafted someone like Tim David. So I have very high expectations from Team David. So I hope he will fill like he will come into direct replacement of like Hardik Pandya, and whatever Hardik was doing, probably Team David. I'm expecting Team David to do that role. And coming to Krunal was like although like last few seasons he was not that great, but whenever a team needed him, right, whenever there were clutch matches, he used to perform. He used to give four quick overs. He used to give someone something like 27, 28 runs, 30 runs, and he used to take crucial wickets as well. So I think combined value of Krunal and Hardik were very like it was very huge, and that is something Mumbai may miss this season. I hope people like Tilak Verma, Tim David, uh, Sanjay Yadav, they step up and do their role perfectly. But still, I believe that we are going to miss Krunal Pandya and Hardik Pandya.
So, do you think Tim David and Karen Pollard will give you the same feel as Hardik Pandya and Karen Pollard the last few seasons?
I'll at least I'll be very hopeful that they will do. It will be really nice to see how Team David shapes in because as Akash Ambani was telling that he was in the scheme of things since last few years, but somehow they couldn't draft Team David. So I think that management is very much confident about Team David. So it is going to be a tough challenge for Team David as well because he didn't have that much experience of playing in IPL. But I believe that the way he plays, right? I have seen him playing in BBL, so he can hit it very like his strike rate is somewhere around 165 or something like that. So he is a very good player, and he also hits the ball very long. So with Kyran Pollard and Team David, I'm very hopeful that this middle order is going to stitch some nice partnership that Hardik and Kyran used to do. So let's see how it goes. But I'll be very happy if Team David plays the role that Hardik used to play.
Okay. So finishing up on the auction. So who do you think is the most impressive pick for Mumbai Indians this season?
Jofra Archer, but sadly he's not going to play. So uh, like to think like Jofra Archer and Bumrah is going to ball together, right? That itself gives chills.
Okay.
So it will be kind of a nightmare for batters to face Jofra Archer and Bumrah in tandem. So Jofra Archer was definitely the best pick that we did. But since he is not playing this season, I'll also give. I'll say that picking Team David, someone like Team David was also a very good pick for Mumbai Indians. And when it comes to youngsters, when I was talking about Tilak Verma earlier, so Tilak Verma is also a very great signing.
Okay. So in 10, how much can you give to the Mumbai Indians performance in the auction?
If Jofra would have been playing this season, I would have given something like 9. But since Jofra is not playing this season, and I think we lacked a little bit in death bowling, like we have Timal Mills, but I feel if Timal Mills is going to play, we'll have like will not have that much great like bowling in power play. So that's why probably I'll give Mumbai Indians something like 8 out of 10.
Okay. So moving on from auction. So high expectations this season. Completely, we are going back to the format of 2011, which was only played once. So, how happy are you with schedule? You know, do you think you're facing tough teams, or in the group of death, or it's something like, we can qualify easily to the playoffs?
No, I think we are most like the teams that we are playing twice is I think older teams only. If I remember the schedule correctly, so that is kind of going to be like add-on for us that we know those teams how they play, how their management play. So that is kind of going to be an advantage. Sadly, we are going to see only one RCB versus MI match. So that is something which is kind of they should have thought of, but still I feel like we should take every match one by one, and we should plan accordingly, and not based on like we are playing whether we are playing two matches or whether we are playing one matches. We should take all the matches one by one, and we should stick to our strengths instead of focusing on whether we are playing twice or once only.
Right, right. So, if everybody is fit this season, except Geoffrey Archer because he's not playing this season, so what would be your ideal playing 11 for the IPL 2022?
I think we have some nice options, but if we see our opening order is kind of fixed. Rohit has made it clear that he's going to open with Ishan Kishan. So Rohit and Ishan will open. So we have we have Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav. So probably I'd like to see Surya Kumar Yadav batting at number 4, because we need little bit of depth in our middle order. So I'd hope like whenever Surya Kumar Yadav is, I think he's still with NCA. So whenever he comes back, he will be playing at number 4. So I would like to see Tilak Verma at number 3, someone like Tilak Verma at number 3. And then we have whatever two all-rounders we have. We have someone like Kyran Pollard who will be coming in at number 5, and then we'll have Team David at number 6. When it comes to number 7, it is also a place where we need someone who can bat a little bit. So I think we have good enough options there as well. We have someone like Sanjay Yadav. If you want to play an Indian option, he can also ball really well. So he is a left arm bowler, so that is also going to be advantage for us. So if we want to play someone like Sanjay Yadav, we can play. Otherwise, but personally, I would like to see Daniel Sams batting there, batting at number 7. He can also give us few overs in power play, so that is another advantage. So if we want to play pacer at number 7, someone like Daniel Sams is Daniel Sams is going to be there. But if you want to play that spin option there, we can go. We also have someone like Fabian Ellen. So probably Fabian Ellen or Daniel Sams or Sanjay Yadav. Out of these three, any one of these three should play at number 7. Personally, I feel like Daniel Sams should be the one. At number 8, we'll play someone like Murugan Ashwin or Mayank Markande. I guess currently with current form, since Markande was not playing with Rajasthan, I do not know what exactly what like how he has developed and all. So I think I'll go with Murugan Ashwin because he has done well. So probably I'll go with Murugan Ashwin at number 8, and then we'll have uh, someone like at number 9 we'll have another pacer, someone like Timal Mills, and along with Timal Mills, I think Bumrah is a definite pick. And after that, I'll also have someone like if Sanjay Yadav is not playing, uh, I like if Sanjay Yadav is not playing at number 7, then I'll have Sanjay Yadav in the team. But if let's say we are playing Sanjay Yadav in place of Daniel Sims, I'll play Jaydev Natkat as our third singer. So that is how I'd like to have my 11.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good lineup. You have got batting covered, you have got spin department covered. You know, with when everybody's fit, the pace department's good, looks very good. You have good all-rounders in Tim David and Karan Pollard. So, what are your expectations? I know you want Mumbai to be the champions, but if you are being realistic, so what position do you think Mumbai will finish at?
So since this is a very new team, right? It is like it is common for each and every team, not only for Mumbai Indians. Like they would like to get their squads settled within like whatever 3 or 4 matches everyone will take to get their squad settled. So I think every team is going to take their own time. But coming to Mumbai Indians, they are like every time they will start little bit slowly, and like they will peak whenever whenever it will come to end, they will kind of peak. So I hope that that happens again, and we peak little bit earlier. So I'm very hopeful that we'll qualify for the play. I'm little
Right.
bit doubtful like whether we'll go on to win the championship or not, because when it comes to bowling, as I have mentioned earlier as well, we have little bit, we lack little bit. But I hope that we qualify for the playoffs at least.
Okay. Right. Right. So, qualify the playoffs. 2021 was something you want to forget as a my fan. So I hope 2022 will be better and you go to the playoffs and at least go to the eliminator or qualifier too.
Yeah,
So
once we are in playoffs, right? Mumbai Indians is a completely different team. So no one would like to face Mumbai Indians in playoffs. So once we are in playoffs, most probably we are going to win the championship. So that's why at least I want them to qualify for the playoffs. Even if they do not win the championship, I'll be very happy if they qualify for the playoffs. Considering it is a completely new team, we have lots of youngsters. We do not have our pillars like Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya, Trent Bolt. We do not have those players. So even if we qualify for the playoffs, I'll not be disappointed.
okay, okay. So as you are telling that it's a new setup, so you'll have one season buffer so that everybody understands each other very well.
Yes, exactly. Everyone
Yeah.
come to know their roles, what exactly management want them to do, and what exactly are their strengths. Because management also takes some time to identify. Okay, they have done some scouting, but when it comes to their strength, right, we have to play with their whatever players' potential are. So management is also going to take some time, and that's why I said when 2017 auction also happened. I think in 2018, right, last mega auction was 2018. So there also we did not do that great, but next 2 season we went on to win the championship. So
Correct,
I
correct.
hope something like that happens, and I'll be really happy. Like if we win like 2 championship out of next 4 season, I'll be very happy.
Right, right. So I just want to finish off this with one question. So who do you think will the most valuable player this season?
I instead of picking one player, I'll pick two players, one from batting and one from bowling. So I think since Surya Kumar Yadav is going to bat in the middle order, he is going to be very crucial for us. And I'm very hopeful that he is going to repeat his form again. And I'm picking him as a like most valuable player. And when it comes to bowling, I'll be picking Jasprit Bumrah.
Okay, I think that's the end. I mean, you got good players. I hope the best for Mumbai and all the best for this season.
Definitely. Probably we are going to rock, like we said, Dunya hila denge hum. So probably we are going to rock the world.
Yep. I mean, it's very nice talking to you. Thank you very much for your time. We are signing off.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It was a really nice talk with you, and hopefully we'll be.
Yeah, then let's end this and let's meet again
Okay.
for the review.
Yeah. Hopefully, whenever we'll meet next time, we'll be having very good news about movements.